Today, kids don't get enough exercise. In school, they're supposed to have more recess. They are supposed to be active and have more fun, but they don't in all levels of education, elementary, middle school, and high school. Today, I want to argue for the point that they should have more activity in their school than they do today, even more than when I was in school. So, to begin, we'll start with elementary. Elementary activity is pretty high. Kids need to go and play outside a lot, but they don't get to play enough. Kids are actually being cut some of their recess because they have to be smarter in other fields like reading and math and science. They have to compete with the world at an earlier age to get ahead for the United States, competing with the other countries in the world. So to do this, they're putting more computers in instead of more recess. They should have more recess than they used to have because kids need that time. They need to just relax and be kids. They need to get all their energy out because they're just starting school and now they have to start learning all this stuff that they've never done before. It's a new learning experience. So they need to start slow and do more recess and slowly build up from what they have to slowly get more learning in there. So we need to put more recess for elementary. Next, high school is almost as important as elementary kids getting the recess. By now, they've already had a lot of recess, but they're still kids, and they need to know how to be healthy before they go out into the real world and they start doing things on their own. They have to be responsible. Adults, they have to be responsible too, but kids nowadays in high school, they have to do full workloads of school. They don't get any recess. I mean, no recess all day is hard on an adult when they have to go work for 8 or 10 hours a day. But with kids, they don't have work and it's more stressful on the mind. And they don't have as much responsibility. They have to be told what to do because they're still kids. And most kids aren't out for sports or PE, and they don't have to take PE as a required class. So they have to be forced to take some PE, probably about once every day, 5 days a week, to keep them healthy and active. Keeping them healthy and active is important because if they do that, then they can live a healthy life afterward and they will be more responsible. Middle school is still important, but not quite as important as high school or elementary. In middle school, the kids, they've played a lot in elementary, but now they're starting to do more schoolwork and a little less recess time. But they're changing in their bodies with puberty and they need stress relievers. They have to be doing something to put out all this stress that they have and the anxiety. So they have to keep being active even though they don't. And at this point, they don't have any sports that they can do like high school because it's middle school and most kids don't have to do it. So they, above all, need more recess. They have to have recess too because then they get more activity. And actually, we have Play 60, sponsored by the NFL. It's a group known by the NFL. They sponsor it, and NFL players help kids stay active. And because they help, then kids can stay outside and they try to do more stuff every day. They try to strive for 60 minutes a day for kids to be active. And that's sponsored by the Sports Authority and USA Football. And a journal was read where kids had to, it should be more of a core class for them. That PE should be more of a core class for them because it's just as important as keeping the mind active versus staying physically active. Also, experts say that kids in middle school should get 45 minutes of physical activity every day at least. And that's the experts. So to conclude, kids of all ages deserve to have more recess. They need more activity because in this age, technology is growing and they're not doing as much. They need to be out there and doing more stuff and enjoying the environment.